Chag Sameach. I was recently going through my report cards from growing up in France from school in boxes in my basement. I had not thought about this in years, but as I was looking and I saw in the very traditional school system that I went through over there that they had very serious report cards. And I was a good student, but there were a number of years where I had a little dip, always in the winter semester, where my grades would fall a little bit. A moment of crisis, and then in spring or fall, the grades would come back up again. And it was very much a part of my experience of school. And I see with my own children the ups and downs when they feel full of life and vitality and they're doing great. And then when challenges enter for a period of time, some passing and some not as quickly. When, as a parent, all feels good and you don't have any worries, and then suddenly when all the worries come flooding in. So every Seder we eat charoset, we eat gefilte fish, and we also have a little maror, or a lot of maror, and we have some of the salt water. Freedom, but also enslavement. And the Seder has all of it, includes all of it, all of life. And for the children of Israel, it was very difficult in Egypt. And the big question that's always been there, why did God have to take us down to Egypt in the first place? Why do we have to experience Egypt at all in our lives? And so in this story, it answered itself in its own way, and it says that in Egypt the people swarmed in numbers, and Egypt they became a people. And it was about the fertile land and about the numbers to become from a clan and from a tribe to a great people. And it was also about shared experience, common experience, togetherness. Rashi, the French commentator, notes that Jacob was told that in Egypt his sons would become a people, that this would happen. And for us, it's much less hard than it was for the Israelites in Egypt. But each of us also undergoes our moments of salt water and maror, and a lot of it. And we also all undergo sweetness, charoset, blessings. They had God pass over them, right? Pesach, the literal meaning of Pesach is Passover. And they left Egypt bechipazon, with haste. And for us too, we hope to find our holy haste to get out of all of the Egypts when we end up in them, to move on from the maror. And there are so many steps in every direction when we go through all of it. And the Seder, as we went through the last few nights, has all of it. But the key is to keep ascending. Through the Seder, there are 15 steps, like the 15 steps in the temple and the 15 Shir Hamalot, the Psalms of Ascent. As we spiral, or we try to spiral from lower to higher. So we have urchatz, we wash without a blessing. Karpas, we eat something physical, some parsley, potato, something of the earth. We wash away and try to sacrifice a part of ourselves that needs to go. And later it comes back, and we wash with a blessing this time, and we eat matzah. We try to flatten ourselves a little bit. A different turn, a higher turn, and we keep moving forward. And there are rhythms to these movements of life. And we see them, and we do our best to work on them. And I remember as a child, it wasn't easy in the middle of those winter months, but then eventually I would see it with some perspective. And I have a memory, I'm not sure how, but I worked on that winter dip and it stopped appearing after a few years. And there are many falls and upward swings in life, bits of chametz that we work on and clear, much more important than our grades are. And all part of the journey. And the answer to that big question of the Israelites and the Egypt is unanswerable. Same as parents, seeing our children and their struggles, there's no way to answer why they have to go through that. And perhaps only for our own selves we can say, well, there I became a better person. More beauty from my soul was revealed. I shifted a groove. I was liberated. Some crass was removed. I moved on to the next course. I had a meal done. I was blessed. I blessed. I sang songs of praise. It was a sandwich of a bit of everything. So the Seder is life, and there are many steps. We all hope to be accepted into the divine house at the very end, and to have opportunities to meet the prophet Elijah, to announce peace, to be peace. But we have to also pour from our own cups to make it happen, and be willing to spill a little along the way. Even when we do not have the answers, we do not know what step we're at really, where we are exactly in the order of all of it. And in the end, it's a journey of hope, it's a journey of faith. And it teaches us to see with that perspective and to find some optimism and some wisdom as we go through all of it. In the end, it's a journey of liberation, and it is as ordered in the 15 steps of these sacred evenings we just experience. It is the order of the whole year, as the Slonim Rabbi teaches. It is the order of life, up and down. We purify, we sacrifice, we take new turns, we reach higher, and God willing, we also find the freedom, the joy, the peace, the faith, and the love. Chag Sameach.